In this video, I'm gonna be cooking 3 different meals for the 3 most popular decks in Clash Royale. I'm doing this in my mission to offend every single person on YouTube by using stereotypes and terrible cooking. Enjoy! Our first meal is going to be for Clash Royale's most famous decks, Hawk 2.6. And of course we're gonna be making some fried chicken, because he's a deck. Because we're gonna be frying shit anyway, we might as well make some french fries. First things first, we're gonna have to insert some cutting so the marinade part penetrates as deeply as possible. And you guys can't call me racist for doing this, because I'm actually half black. That's where we're gonna be marinating. The only difference between good and bad fried chicken is what kind of marinade you make. So I'm gonna be very careful here. So, chili paste, soy sauce, mysterious lemon, and spices. Do I know how to use spices? No. I'm gonna figure it out on the fly. We're gonna be following the a little bit strategy. We put a little bit of this, if you mind. Okay, apparently my chili paste is over. I hope everybody does that, because when you have an almost empty bottle, you fill it up a little bit with water and you spin it around until you get the most of it. Soy sauce, actually a little bit of that, because that's a very salty soy sauce. As much as you can get for your questionable level. As I said, my spice game is a little bit weak, so I'm just gonna put off the things I like and hope it's good. And I'm never forgetting my goats, salt, and pepper. I used to really hate pepper as a younglet. Now as a big man, I love it. Mixing thoroughly. If you're wondering, it is very watery. There used to be stretch folio in this house, but after the great stretchy war, we just put whatever we can on our food. I really don't bother with peeling my potatoes. I just clean them in water, but today for the YouTube video, I'm changing. The reason I'm making this video is mostly because I've developed a small Clash Royale addiction, and by small, I mean like I play several hours a day alone, and I'm almost ultimate champion, aka the last rank, so please help me. After cleaning up my sink, it's cutting time. We're very much trying to do McDonald's fries today. There's only one problem. I honestly, unironically, and apologetically suck at cutting. When I was very young, I wondered how they make fries in like fast food restaurants, and then I learned that they just basically make a big ass slushy and make it into a fry shape. It low-key ruined the experience, honestly. That's what I meant by I suck at cutting. Definitely argue about the same siziness of these fries, because now I'm gonna make a very cool bat for them. I think that's one of the weirdest like cooking techniques, because if you didn't know, you put ice and very cold water and you insert your stewed potato fries. In apparently some kind of weird way, the cold water destroys the starchiness of the fries even more. What we're gonna make right here is a certified cooked classic. While making this, I'm gonna give you some backstory about it. Every single time my family ever ate fried chicken, aka KFC, because there's a KFC next to where I live. I'm kinda doxing myself. We made this sauce. It really has a special place in my heart. You're gonna need some Bulgarian yogurt. None of that Greek yogurt shit, not in my house. The cheapest possible mayonnaise you can get. I'm telling you, the most plastic, fakest shit ever. Bro, I can't open. I literally can't. Oh. You're gonna crack this. Get one of the smaller spoons and put one in. And then Dijon mustard. Yes. We're gonna use 2 of the cheapest products and then one of the most expensive products there is. Mixing it very thoroughly right there. Yeah, needs more mustard though. You can also put some garlic in there. I really do recommend putting garlic. I'm actually gonna put garlic in there. I have to rate the secret garlic touch in my house. You know how the garlic rumbles, right? Give it some force. Just like your future wife's getting cracked right now. See this? 2 for 1 special garlic. Super thinly sliced garlic. Like hopefully not your fingers. Mix it in with your precious sauce. I'm probably gonna add some more Dijon mustard. Forgot about the potatoes. But for them, we need to get a tray up, lay them out on an empty tray. I unironically forgot that you need a bunch of paper towels for this. Because the whole point of the tray is to dry out your potatoes so they fry better, and the paper towels are gonna help. Now it's basically waiting time, because these are draining out. The last dish we're gonna cover for today is xbow. I was really wondering what kind of dish I want to make for xbow, and then I realized they love to waste their time by playing every single second of the 6-minute Clash Royale game. So for them, I'm gonna be making caramelized onion grilled cheese and wasting 1 hour of my life caramelizing the onions. Wish me luck. We're not gonna be starting with the grilled cheese, because the onions take 30 minutes to make and the grilled cheese takes 5. The only time you're gonna have to use your brain for this recipe is when deciding how you're gonna cut your onion, because see these grains? Grains, you're gonna cut it across the grain. And literally that's about all the thinking we're gonna do for this recipe. I don't understand how people cry when cutting onion. Like, I'm a real man and I don't do this. Ah, I got something in my eye. We've sufficiently cut our onion. I'm gonna be using my big fat non-stick pan for this. The pan lid is gonna be very important. Bring the onions. Putting that thing on. Pour some of that olive oil in. Apparently you need to use oil or literally one very specific kind of butter. I'm just gonna use the oil. I'm covering the pan very sufficiently. Every single spot that the oil doesn't cover low-key pisses me off. Onions in it is. I'm scrambling them a little bit. Also, if anybody's like doing this at home, like I'm hardly doubting it, the pan is currently on like medium heat. Salt. Very important. Also, you're probably gonna need some pepper, but I totally ran out of pepper. Update, I did find a little bit of pepper. You see it right there? Hold on, but there is. And now it's an Xbow player's favorite time. You wait. Put the lid on and wait like 8 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna admit it, I'm actually just a liar. I totally messed up the recipe. You actually want to put it on high heat and bubble it around, and then you need to cover and wait. So after a few minutes, add some color. Do this. It's been some time and our potatoes are basically water-free, so let's remove the paper. Don't forget we're waiting for a fried chicken to marinate, and we also have one more mystery recipe to make. We're gonna be letting them dry a little bit more. The timings here are very subjective, but I think about one Clash Royale game is enough. So basically every one Clash Royale game you come and stir. By the way, you're gonna see there are some burn bits, but that's okay, that's like by intention. And after you've done your stirring, put the lid back on. Guys, I overcooked them. Steps are integrating with balsamic vinegar and brown sugar. I'm gonna be cooking this for a while, ain't I? You guys can't smell it, but it needs sugar. A lot of it. Alrighty, time for the first taste test. Nope, not overcooked at all. I'll make it more sweet though. And also vinegar. Adding more of the balsamic vinegar and sugar. More sugar, fuck it. I want it nice and sweet. I had my normal vinegar prepared, and then I remembered we literally do have balsamic vinegar at home. And I really do wonder what the difference is, because it probably is the same. Vinegar is vinegar. I got a dilemma for you. Caramelized onion grilled cheese is made when you put the bread, then the cheese, then the caramelized onion. But do you surround the cheese with caramelized onion, or do you surround the caramelized onion with cheese? I don't know, I'm gonna try both. Some fancy ass bowls, and 4 pieces of the bullshit ass brown bread that my mom buys, although white bread is subjectively superior. And as I said, 1 bread, twice cheese, once caramelized onions, twice caramelized onions, once cheese. Let's fire up and also butter up the grill. Butter doesn't melt when the grill is not hot. What am I lying to, man? More butter. It's literally burning. Wait. No, don't burn. Had to close my grilled cheese. Loki forgot about that. And we need to collect that butter. Need to mention, I never made once grilled cheese in my life, so I'm not sure how it's supposed to look. Well, not like that, it should be more grilled, so probably gonna grill it again. We found the quotes for this, and we're gonna flip it around with them. This is the same on the other side. You know what I don't understand about pans? Is like why they're so unevenly heated. I don't get it. This one is perfect. Don't think for a second that we're missing out on that cheesy poo. If I cut it open, holy... terrible cheese pool. Let's begin, I guess. Genuinely, this is a top 3 grilled cheeses. It's so good because it combines like sweet and the cheese. By the way, the 2 grilled cheeses taste the same. No difference if you put more caramelized onion or more cheese. The chicken is probably marinated by now. If it's not, I don't care. Like, I've waited 2 hours. Okay, I think that looks marinated enough. We're gonna be needing 2 bowls, and in them there's gonna be milk. I intentionally bought 3% milk because it's a lot better. The only egg, some flour, milk, and egg. You don't have to crack it like an idiot, you can just crack it normally. Beat it like Michael Jackson beat them kids. Joke guys, bro, Michael Jackson did not beat kids. I'm not saying this only for legal coverage, by the way. Move your thing, put your flour. Again, you're absolutely free to not spill everything. I'm gonna be spicing this bad boy up. So realistically, I just put whatever. Honestly, I don't even know what this is. Like, putting spices is better than not putting spices. So like, even if you don't know what you're doing, it's fine. Enough with the yapping. Mix. I'm unironically gonna be using the cursed bowl from last time. It's not even last time, it's last time. You didn't see nothing, alright? Are we good? You know, I really hate frying because it feels like you're wasting a ridiculous amount of oil. You've heard about the outright pipeline, but now get ready for the fried chicken pipeline. Milk, flour. I'm making double sure it's floury. And then after your flour, milk again. Even more flour. I've prepped my chicken. This is gonna be a little bit of an experiment. These 2 are double coated. These are single coated. We're gonna see if it actually makes a difference. Now, let's do the spoon test. Yes. It is hot enough. And drop our things in. In 3 minutes, that's how they look. I'm flipping them around basically every few seconds. It's been 5-6 minutes. I think they must be done. Wait, that's the wrong one. Missing a towel. Second time around, we're gonna use a little bit of lower heat. That's gonna be our other chicken and the fries. Frying time, but this time our fries. Our first batch is ready, and basically we're gonna do the same process with the chicken. So guys, I did an oopsie. Don't put plastic in front of hot oil. You know what? That's it, I'm done. Tell me that doesn't look like diabetes on a plate. Anyway, we're still gonna try it. Now, I think that's the doubly coated one, so let's see. Good thing is, I think I cooked it enough, so it's edible. Bad thing is, it's terribly burned. We can compare it to the not doubly coated one. It's also very good. Alright, now let's try one of the fries. The fries are like alright. Everything is like alright, could be better. Before I show you the last recipe, let me explain to you why the fried chicken was so burnt and overcooked. There were two main mistakes. The first one is that I didn't realize I have a jet engine for a stovetop, so the oil was way too hot for way too long. In this clip, the spoon tastes actually failing because it's bubbling way too much. Two, I didn't clean my oil after my first fry, so there were these black bits still swimming around in the oil, which stuck to the next batch and made it look incredibly ugly. I made a second attempt when I regulated the heat when I put the pot on and off the stove, and as you can see, the first batch of frying has this perfect golden brown color, but my second batch I didn't clean my pot from this black burns, so my chicken got covered by this black smoke and I just threw it away. It could not be saved. The next dish we're gonna be making is for wok-bait players, and everybody knows that every wok-bait player loves getting that fast dopamine hit from spamming princess at the bridge and goblin battles at the tower. So for them, we're gonna be satisfying their dopamine desires with some sweet ice cream. First step is stealing some bananas from your local monkey. How do you guys peel your bananas, by the way? Because clearly, there is a big ass handle here that you can just crack. That will be too easy. The objectively superior method is to crack it from the bottom. I tried to crack it from the top and it cracked there. Garbage method. Always crack it from the bottom. Philosophical discussion is over. I'm cutting up my banana into strips and then we're gonna freeze it for later. I'm sure I could get a tray going, but also a plastic bag would be just enough. Okay, it's been sufficient time. Let's pull out our frozen bananas. Basically, to make the ice cream, we need to make a banana smoothie. Here's the bananas, here's the blender, and add some kind of like flavor. So I'm gonna use some cinnamon and lemon sugar because that's the only thing I have at home. And as you may have noticed, it's light outside right now because I froze this overnight. Yeah, it's a solid block. It's still a solid block. Now it's solid blocks. But I'm just the Incredible Hulk. Walk in your bananas. Mango. Midway through, I'm gonna need some like milk. Big fat 3% milk. Maybe that's too much milk. That doesn't blend shit, brother. I got dirty, but it's for the process. I think it's about time we add some flavoring. Cocoa powder. No, that's a lie. That's cinnamon powder. Okay, I might have to use the scissor method. Cinnamon powder. Hope it's not expired. And lemon sugar. That literally sounds like the most fake synthetic shit in the world. Sometimes when you're cooking, you have to use your appliances very creatively to get your desired result. This does look like melted ice cream. Let's try it. It tastes like banana, lemons, and cinnamon. I'm putting it in a separate bowl because that's what the YouTuber said. I'm really not sure why we need to. I cleaned it as best I could, but sadly we can't use the water method to get even more, so we just have to throw this away. We're covering it with the stretchy thing because I still haven't bought stretch folio. Also makes it a lot more mysterious. And we put it in the freezer once more. Let's check on our ice cream. But Tornado, you should have used a transparent container, then you can see the ice cream progress. But then I say, haha, stretch thing go brr. Okay, this is a lot less frozen than this. I don't know what's the difference. Spoon? Let's try. Yeah, that's ice cream. We're gonna need our smallest, chillest plate. My mysterious ice cream. If you're wondering, it's mysterious because I have absolutely no clue where I got it from. Can we fit one more, or is that too much bone knowledge? Yes. We totally can. Ha 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 ha. That's a penis. We can also glaze it with a little bit of honey for the YouTube algorithm. That was too much. Official caution taste test. It's actually surprisingly pretty good. First of all, my ice cream recipe was low-key luck, there was no recipe. Second of all, I low-key put it out of the fridge way too early. Could have stayed overnight, unless I just put it for a few hours. Thirdly, I don't like ice cream, man, I don't know. So yeah, have a great day, and bye!
Fucking on a bad bitch and her name Brittany. Counting on my racks, yeah, the hundreds and the 50s. Say he wanna fight, so I